Union Bay.
Yeah.
That clothing
Kmart.
brand, Union Bay.
Ah,
We used to wear that. We used to get that shit from CEO. All right, we are recording.
What up, though? I'm
hello.
Beezy.
I'm Adrian.
And I'm Danae.
And this is But
Actually,
Decent. The
the
podcast.
podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, you fancy.
Don't
Yeah,
do
what's
I
up,
really
y'all?
love that song.
That song is on my brain right now. I don't know why. The remix,
I have
not
never
the
said
fancy.
that.
Yeah.
He
It's a
really
good
loved
remix,
it.
Wow.
guys. Just saying.
He really
How y'all
loved it.
feeling,
All
man?
right.
I'm good.
Feeling
I'm
good.
That's what's
Good to
up.
see
Good.
y'all.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Happy episode 11.
Double digits.
Who was
One
clapping
and
like that?
Raising the roof.
That's
Mhm.
a church clap. I don't know about this.
Oh, Sister Wanda. Possibly her. A
You
lot of bracelets.
can't.
Uh,
A lot of
You
bracelets.
can't.
Oh,
All right. How was you all's weekend, Brian? How was your weekend?
oh man, my weekend was pretty good. I can't remember what I did, so it must have been pretty good.
You was
okay.
outside. Let me see. I go in my mental Rolodex. Where were you? Do this.
Right.
At
I don't know.
11:43,
Let me see.
you were headed east on. Like, what are you talking about, Danae?
I literally cannot remember what I did
Yeah.
on Saturday. I didn't. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It was something. I don't know. On to you, Adrian. How was your weekend?
My weekend was great. We went on a cousin's trip. We went on a cousin trip. I think it was 26 of us. Went down to New Orleans.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna pause you because that's the meat,
26.
and so we want to get into the deep.
I
I need to know.
Fire. Hey, tune in for the
I
rest
have
of the story.
seen.
Follow Nene.
Oh, no. I saw the pictures and the videos, and I just feel like we need to let that breathe a little bit. Give it to
Because I love
some
it so
time.
bad. We had such a good time. I'm so
Yeah.
okay. I'm excited to talk about
26
it.
is
Oh,
a
I love
lot.
it. I love it, nigga.
Danae, how about you? How was your weekend?
I went to a ladies' night on Saturday at my aunt's house, and I'm an auntie now.
Nah.
It's
Was it not
just
clear before?
it's giving. I don't know if I thought it was clear, but it was at one point
Presto.
a knitting basket came out, and folks was up in
Ooh.
there knitting. Now it was
That
some
is
For all my
mature.
good.
hitters.
That is mature, and I love it. I love it so
Yeah,
bad.
lots of tequila
Real
though.
hitters.
Great evening.
Nah, yeah. Just the auntie
And
that we love.
then
I mean, I
so
know
many
you love all
aunties
your
that we
aunties.
love.
Yeah, right.
This
Okay, right. Yeah,
is
man.
Auntie Deborah.
Okay.
I don't know if you know
Auntie Deborah.
but
Oh, I love Auntie Deborah.
Auntie Deborah, yes. Yeah, she always wants you to spend the night at her house. Very strategically try to get you drunk so that you
I
have to
love
spend the
on
night.
you so
Ooh,
much.
baby, you can't
Give you
try
so
it.
much
Yes,
liquor.
yes. But it's
I
just
got
because
the
she want to
comfort
wake
ready
up
for
and
you,
cook
though.
you breakfast the next day and all of
Oh,
that.
that's
So
awesome.
that was on Saturday night. And then Sunday, my sister and I went to go see a live podcast, the new Rory and Maul podcast at City Winery. That was my first time going there. Very
Really?
tight. Very,
It's super
very
tight
tight.
in there.
Hey, how you doing, brother? No, I'm good.
I mean,
I'm cool. Like,
Woo.
I don't want to be on the same side with another guy. It's too tight.
Yeah, and we ended up our seats were on the aisle, which was nice to like not have to be surrounded by people.
Mhm.
But man, it's almost like if I can't get an aisle seat, I don't know that that's the venue for me.
Or like a tabletop,
Because
low key.
yeah, something.
Mhm.
But it was
I
a
mean,
lot
it's
of
never
traffic
going to
in
be
there.
the
But it was a
venue
good
for you,
show.
but it's always so fun when you go, though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Real cool.
Yeah, so it was nice. It was a nice cool podcast. This was actually my second time seeing them as New Worry and Mall, and then I saw them when they were on the JBP also. So nice fun night out with my sister. We had a blast.
That's awesome. I love to see it.
Yeah.
Did you get any ideas for our first live show whenever that comes up?
Oh man, so there was a local podcast that were like the openers.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I was just looking at that like, man, that got to be hard. Cause it like, they funny. I've listened to them before, but I felt like there was a lack of connection. But I also feel like everybody that was there for Rory and Maul. So it's like,
For
who was
sure.
y'all? Oh,
For sure.
like, but I thought they did well. That was, I get nervous speaking in front of a small classroom. So I can only imagine like being in a venue like that. But I don't know, maybe that's what other devices or vices are for.
Maybe.
Let your inhibitions down.
I
As
mean,
long as they're
to
not
the
white.
ground. Get down, little mama. Get down,
Yeah.
little mama.
My sister was doing the meet and greet, and I didn't do the meet and greet, so I was sitting at the bar like by myself for over an hour, and
Oh, wow.
yeah,
How was that?
it was strange company there. Like it was just, I don't know. I think that live podcasts are something that a lot of people do by themselves.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna bring up when Adrian, you were supposed to go with me and you didn't go, and so I have been at a live podcast by myself.
I mean, that didn't even have to come up though, Danae. Like I feel like the way you did that
Oh,
was
it
real
did.
nice, nasty, and I don't like. I don't like how it
Real
makes me
nice,
feel.
nasty. But I feel like it'd be people there that's like looking to meet friends and stuff, and like I'm
Yeah.
not really that
'Cause it's a
kind of
common
small
interest.
talk kind of, because it's small talk.
Well, I
Yeah,
will be
yeah.
about that
Like,
small
so how
talk,
long have
especially if
you
my
been
boo gonna be
listening?
here. If my boo come here, we go. I'm
Well,
gonna have the smallest talk.
right.
The smallest
Well,
talk.
I
I
don't
am
know,
going.
because you gonna figure out we gonna be at that meet and greet. Okay.
I don't care. I will
Yes.
sell somebody. I love him.
Well, hopefully they do go on tour. So yeah,
That'll
I
make me happy.
will be waiting on that. But yeah, that was my weekend.
Boom, and I saw the picture
Nice.
Shauna posted. Y'all was. I was like, oh, that looks so cute. I turned the picture. Shauna posted it, y'all.
Yeah, it was
Oh yeah.
fun.
Look at
Yeah,
Yeah.
that.
That's awesome.
great times.
We can start to get into our segments.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what y'all mad about now?
Oh yeah, what y'all mad about now?
Y'all mad about something? Y'all mad?
I was mad about
I
something,
stay
but
mad.
not.
I just and like I said, I think I was telling you about it. Like throughout my day, if something going on and some make me mad, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna say that's. I'm gonna talk about this on the podcast," but I always forget. But something
Yeah.
happened today, and I was like, "Adrian, that ain't got nothing to do with you," but I was mad about it, and so I went to Pete's on Sibley. So Pete's on Sibley is Pete's on Sibley. So of course there was like no shopping cart. You had to bring one from the outside and go go through the handicap door and all that shit.
Yeah, man.
And but I got in there and I was getting my things to get like a salad, make some salads, some watermelon, some cantaloupe, doing all my stuff. And that was all the thing. But something that really really pissed me off is when people wait for parking spots. I got ahead of that. If it's like it's one spot that's like two down, you gonna wait for this one car. Then I was like, Adrian, what if they got a disability? That ain't got nothing to do with you, but like it does because now I gotta wait because the person getting in the car slow. Then you gonna get in, then you gotta get the kids out, and you gotta get a buggy. Like I'm mad about that. Have your shit together.
Yeah. Yeah, when people get in the car, I see. Woo. When people get in the car and then they don't drive off right away, surefire way to make me cuss. I mean,
like sis, you are not putting on lashes right now. You're not right. Like what do you?
What could you possibly be in there doing? And it's rude. Yeah, I was on Sibley this weekend with my mama picking up some hoagies from some spot, and I'm like, "Ooh,
it has changed.
Man,
it has changed.
It's different over here."
It's so different.
And hey, that was
River
different.
Oaks look like
I gotta what y'all mad about. You, what y'all mad about is specific, but it also can be broad, right?
Okay.
So a lot of my job changes, like the weather is a major factor, right? So in sports, some sports are outside, some sports are inside. If weather is inclement in any kind of way, rain, sleet, snow, hot as it is today, things have to adjust,
Mm-hmm.
right? So my what I'm mad about is people asking questions that no don't nobody know. Like don't nobody know. Like don't ask me if it will be raining at 5 o'clock. Right? Like we have some ways that we can look like at what might happen.
Mm-hmm.
But
They think you Mother Nature.
there's a I'm not the one that's flipping the switch up here, deciding. So like and for me it is it's 7 o'clock you asking me about what's gonna happen at 4 o'clock.
Right.
So we got WeatherBug is a great anyone that's looking for apps to help you track the weather. I got them all. WeatherBug, AccuWeather, that Apple one worse. But if you
Is it?
use AccuWeather, it will show you the radar. It is it doesn't have enough of the factors for what we need, and there's no
Okay.
precipitation predictor. But you can look
Ooh.
at where the clouds are, all kind of stuff. It's open to me and you. So if you
Right.
ask me what is the weather gonna
Fancy.
look like at 4 o'clock, ask me what it look like at 4 o'clock. I'ma just direct you to that app. That same app you can have in your phone. Don't
All
ask
right.
me that.
You an influencer.
That's
Download this
it.
app.
I
Mm-hmm.
love this app.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not. Oh, we didn't tell the people to like, comment, subscribe, and all of that either.
Mm-hmm.
Please do that,
Hey,
Yeah,
people.
do
y'all,
that.
like, comment, and subscribe
Oh, and we on
And
to
share.
Facebook
the
now.
But Actually Decent. We
Mm-hmm.
are.
We on
Ooh,
Facebook
come on,
now.
Brian. Oh, yeah. So, my
Oh, do your
uncle,
dance, B.
he called me, Ray Beezy. And so, every time he look at this, he be like, every time he say Beezy, I'm like, who he talking to? Because he the only person that called me that. So I said, no, he is BEZ and I'm Ray Beezy. Why am I Ray Beezy? I
Yeah.
don't know. He always give us names, but
That's Uncle
Ray
Logic
Beezy
right
is
there.
mine.
It don't make sense for real.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for tuning in, Uncle. We appreciate
Mm-hmm.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes.
But he the
I was
problem
also
though.
pit.
But that's my homie. But he be the problem like this much.
He the problem. He used to call
Yeah,
me
he
Pippi
like.
Longstocking.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
lit.
I had
I do
pigtails
have
one
a
day and never,
that's funny.
never lost it. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Beezy.
No. I was just gonna say I have a what y'all mad at, and I am mad at. I'm kind of mad at us too a little bit, but I'm really mad at like Post Malone right now, cause it's like, bruh,
Mm,
if anybody doesn't know, he's like no longer doing rap or hasn't been doing rap, and he
it's me.
feels like. Wait, what you say?
Because I don't know. Post Malone
Oh,
is really not in my
I don't even know who that is.
thing.
Okay, so
Do not know this
so
brother.
basically he came out as a rapper in like 20, I don't know, 2017, 2016, somewhere around that era,
White
and
Iverson.
White Iverson, correct. So
Okay, I
turns
do
out
know
he
that.
never wanted to do rap ever, but I heard from a TikTok that the label was like, you need to do rap because your voice kind of fits for it and you can make more money versus doing country versus doing. And so when people called him out for being a culture vulture, he was like, no, I love hip hop, I love rap and everything like that. But now it's kind of coming out that he said when people called him a culture vulture, he turned to drinking and he blames hip hop for it and stuff. And it's like you didn't even have to go through that phase at all. How about that? You didn't have to rap not one. You
Huh.
would have been better off going straight to country, actually. And he has a song with
Yeah, do
Beyonce.
he do
Yeah.
now I do know that. I do
Right,
know that.
exactly. And
Um
he sounds good as a country artist. But I just don't like
but
sometimes.
he's one of those artists that's like super popular to a certain demographic.
Yeah,
And then
he's
there's
not in
people
my
like
bubble.
Adrian. And it's people like
Post
Adrian.
who?
My boy, who?
You want me to post what?
Post office. Who is post office?
Post office is crazy.
Who is post
Yeah,
office?
yeah.
Yeah,
But I
but
mean, how convenient to blame hip hop.
I mean that's the same thing Miley Cyrus
Like,
did. Like we keep saying, it seems like the only white person in hip hop that was like super unproblematic was like Mac Miller. That's like the only, and some people
Yeah.
would kind of even say Eminem, but Mac Miller, I really feel like he really understood it. He's like, this is a house that I maybe rent out or whatever the case. You don't know Mac, R.P.
yeah.
Mac Miller.
You don't
but
know who that is either.
it's
I
okay.
at
It's
least
over.
know
I
who
don't
he
know.
is. Oh,
I know who
Adrian,
Eminem is.
don't you put your mouth up.
I know Slim Shady. I don't know
Yeah,
what the person.
Mac Miller.
Yeah,
Brother
R.I.P.
Mac
Mac
Miller.
Miller.
But
Yeah.
I feel like he was the only one that really understood, like, this is not a house that I built and I need to put black artists on and be genuine and I want to add to it. But I'm not trying to, like, I'm not trying to say that I built the house of hip hop or something like that. He seemed like really
Yeah.
one of the only ones that really got it for real. So yeah.
How do you, because this Adrian is clearly not.
I don't know.
How do you
I
feel
don't
about
know.
Russ? How do you feel about Russ?
Russ
Like
is okay. Yeah, Russ
Is he a
he's
rapper?
cool. Yeah, he a rapper. He like a rapper, singer kind of. I mean, he's not really like talking with a tune almost like that.
Yeah, I think the stuff that I heard from him, he's more singing on. Can he
Yeah.
rap though? Like rap or like sap?
Yeah. I don't know. I am never really listened to
Yeah.
a song. I do like his business acumen though. That's why I be like really
Okay.
rocking with a lot of artists. Cause like if you could teach me something that's like really, really cool. So yeah, he was going crazy on that.
So
but,
Adrian, your
yeah.
homework is to look up Russ
Look up
and listen
girl.
to a song and report back to
I would rather you listen to a Mac Miller song.
JK.
All right, I'm
All
not
right.
gonna do it, but I'll think about it. What happens if I do it? Do I win something?
No.
Your dignity.
Or what do I get
No.
out of this? How that benefit me?
Just
Like the little girl
just
on
don't
Up.
do it. Do you have that little country girl?
How that
She
benefit
from New
me?
Orleans. Right.
You
She's
can't
so
loan me
cute.
$50.
She is 70 years old.
She
In
is
a
a grown ass
9-year-old
woman. Do
body.
not play with her. Do not play with her.
Yes.
She is a grown woman.
Oh.
I say
All
yes,
right.
ma'am.
Any words of wisdom? Beezy offers wisdom. Bow.
Bow. Beezy offers wisdom. Today's wisdom from Beezy is dealing with capacity. And I just got one line. That's all I got. It's gonna be short and sweet. You can do anything, but you can't do everything. Trying to do everything will leave you just broken and desolate. So you can do anything, but you cannot do everything. I think that was pretty deep when I saw it, and I was like, wow,
Yeah. You
that's
can
the truth
do
right there.
anything in chunks. I like that. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
Adrian, do you have a mindfulness tip for us?
Right.
I think I don't want to come up after that. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't want to come up after
You need
that.
to process.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay.
I'd be like Milli Vanilli or something. Like no, and I just don't want to come up after that. I don't like how that makes
Girl,
me feel.
you know it's girl, you know it's girl, you know it. Adrian don't even know.
I just don't know who y'all are sometimes. Like who are these people?
Well, all right. Let's talk about the meat. What kind of meat is it? Tell us what kind of meat you want this episode to be.
I want this episode to be crawfish ain't in season, but we got shrimp and grits.
Okay.
Because crawfish
So
was not
shrimp.
in season.
Yes. Yes.
I
I'm
didn't know
gonna
it
tell
was
you,
a
we had
season
some
for
shrimp and
crawfish.
grits. I was like, I would like literally like get into it with somebody if they tried to
It's
if they
all in
like ate my
the
food.
gravy.
But it was a
Mm.
It's in
barbecue
that
base.
gravy.
It was like a
Oh
barbecue base
wow.
type
Mm,
deal. I mean,
mm.
amazing.
So I guess that kind of starts off the shrimp and grits, the meat.
Yes.
Um, and we're gonna hand it on over to Adrian to talk about something he's experienced lately.
Yes. Thanks, Danae. So, I always wanted to say that.
Very
So,
official.
this weekend, my siblings and I, did a cousins trip to New Orleans. So, we had about 26 of us that met in New Orleans and just had a good time.
26 people on a
26
group.
people.
That's a lot
26.
of people. That's a
26.
lot of personalities. That's a lot of like trying to get. I mean,
But that's the
that's
thing. You
impressive.
cannot try to do if you can't do nothing but just be. If you try to be something else, you will die. If you
Yeah.
can only just be yourself. So like like I know this nigga crazy, but that's my cousin. I know he got my back. I got
Mm-hmm.
his back, and it was
Mm-hmm.
just that. So like a big number, but like nobody like got into it. Like one of my cousins, I was about to kick his ass, but um,
Which
we continued.
one?
Mentor. And I'm just gonna say it. His name, this bastard. Yeah, I'm telling you, we had such a good time. But this bastard, we on Bourbon Street. Look, I said Bourbon because I still got a little Nola right here.
Oh.
So we on Bourbon
Mm.
Street, and this nigga was pushing my cousin. She's in a wheelchair. He was
Oh.
pushing my cousin. Do y'all know he left her in the middle of the street?
Oh.
Mm.
Wow.
So
Mm.
he was wilding, but like it was like he'll do that. Then everybody be like, "Oh, okay, oh my god, okay, come on, Mister." And then we hug him and we give him
Well,
another drink, and we continue to create this monster. We all do.
did he just forget, or was something calling his name, and he just needed to walk away, or?
I
Like
ain't
hand
gonna touch
grenade
that. I
was.
ain't gonna touch that. That ain't
Oh,
that's
okay.
out of my
Okay.
jurisdiction. I'm not gonna touch that. But just know
Okay.
that everybody left in one piece, and no one was hurt, and good times were had.
That's
That's
important.
all I'm
Okay.
saying. So it was a great time though. I've been watching my Instagram story from like the second night because like the first night we got together and then some of us got separated. So so separated was literally like, okay, you got 12 over here and you got 14 over here, like that kind of thing. My
Mm-hmm.
cousin was so upset that we got separated. I'm like, we are in New Orleans. You gonna calm down. You about to buy this bottle and we about to
Right.
get to it. And we did, and we went on Bourbon Street. We had such a great time. And like he was like, man, you like, and the next thing he was like, I'm gonna buy you a drink up. I am going to get everything you're offering, sir. Yes, can I have an old fashioned, please? Can I get a
Right.
razzmatazz? Like, so it was it was truly a time. Truly a time, guys. But yeah, 26.
Can we ask some
Um,
questions?
please, I want to take y'all with us because like I was saying, I've been
Okay.
watching my story like over and over because it's just like I want to go back. It was so fun. So
Yeah.
fun.
That's hard.
How did this come about?
So we like the power of a group chat. I'll just say that.
Mm.
Like we had a group chat, like we had a sibling group chat, and then at one point we had a group chat with my mama. I couldn't handle my mom and my sisters in the same group chat. Like I needed space. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave this one. And then, I just be in the one with the siblings. So like it's that kind of thing. So like a group chat was formed. And I feel like about something, like it'll be Jay, I like, we having a pool party at my house because Cash, he flushed his toilet, and it's like Jr. Like big deal. He's like 4, like he knows how to do that. So my family are
Right.
always getting together and stuff in a matter of a text message. So it was that kind of thing. So just a group chat, and then
Mhm.
like one person bought a flight, and then it was like send your confirmation, send your confirmation, send your
So
confirmation.
y'all just said, "Hey y'all, let's go to New Orleans."
We
And
were talking about a place to go, and I suggested I was like, we need to do something one that's like not too expensive because you can get into like Vegas and LA and shit and it can be crazy. But I was like, I'm trying to think of something we can have a good
mhm.
time, but not for a crazy amount of money. And I was like, New Orleans, like you're gonna have great food, the culture, the weather, like it's a whole thing. And we so I was like, that's what we suggested. And some of my cousins was like, I don't know, because a bunch of them hadn't been. And so we agreed on it, and the flights were bought, the rooms were booked, and the shirts were worn, and the pictures were taken, and we had a great time. We had a great time,
That's
a
dope.
really good time. So that's how we came about. And
Okay.
still missing some. I will say that still missing some, but like
Mm.
to start with that,
26 is impressive. Like 20,
but
it's
like
hard.
legit. And I ain't even trying to like flex nothing, but like a legit will probably be like 40. Yeah.
But I feel like this you started off with more than half of the people, which is how many how many trips
Right.
die in a group chat?
Oh, for
Mm-hmm.
Like
sure. It started with
that's like
26
to
and end
get
up with 2.
26.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
It was.
So
I'm telling
wow.
you, it was good. So that's how that came about. That's how that came about.
Did, did you guys have like stuff planned? Or was it just like we gonna decide when we get there, just vibes?
Oh, I mean, like when I say it's like the group chat has its hours, and there's certain times in the day where like it's gonna be a flood of TikToks and these restaurants and this excursion and this. We had stuff booked up. Like we booked two. One we did a pedal boat kind of thing, and then we did a thing where we looked like some fucking cows on the back of a pickup truck, but like they had music and they was playing They Didn't Let the G's in the Dough. I was just like, you niggas just
Wow.
don't care. And they are like, TD. And I'm like, okay,
You
this is
just
happening.
said be yourself.
We are
You
in the
just
ninth
said be
ward
yourself.
of New Orleans, and we don't know a soul. We stood out like a sore thumb. Like everybody got fresh ones on. Everybody got all their jewelry and purses, and and we stand on in the ninth ward on the corner. Like, well, what are
Hmm.
people? Where we about to? It was a whole thing, but we finally got on it, and we had a good time. They took us to like a And let me know if I'm talking too much because I really enjoyed it. But they took us to what I call the New Orleans Black Cat. So Black Cat, the name, of 119.
Don't be
Don't
telling
play
my
like you know.
business.
Don't play like I did that. You not about to do that.
I know the
Cookies,
black
you
cat.
are not
I
about
know
to
the
do that,
black cat.
Cookies. You are not about to
I
do that,
know.
Cookies.
Now I love a dive bar. Okay. What was that place at Country Club Hills we just went to with the chicken and the shrimp?
Oh, when we went for the
What was that place
class
called?
reunion,
That
Yeah.
the BR bar or something?
Yeah, that was
it was
no,
one of
that's
some
somewhere
one
else.
of them. That's
Mm.
the
Yeah, yeah.
they tried to
Hole in the wall.
But
So
yeah,
tell
a
us about
hole
the
in the
black
wall.
cat.
But they had a live band, but you could tell like he just got out work. He really prepared for it. Like it was just like that kind of vibe. But when I say flawless, like beautiful music, the people was in there doing like the second line, and this lady was going out around with a bucket collecting tips, and I'm like, sis, I don't got it because we had to get
I ain't got
a
nothing
buy
for
one
you.
get one. You got to buy one get one free drink. So I got
Mm.
two Don
Mm.
Julio Reposado and lemonade for like $12.
Toe up. Toe
When
up.
they po heavy.
Toe up.
I was getting on that. I said, "God damn!" I was stoned. I drank so
Me and
much
Scoob
this
already toe
weekend.
up.
Yeah,
Right.
we went to breakfast. My sisters and my cousin met us. We went to breakfast. We ordered a mimosa flight at 8 o'clock. Like we were drinking by like 9, like two
That's
mimosas
how you
in.
vacation.
And it was and it was a
If you go on
time.
vacation.
It was a time.
So what was your and I'm sorry, Brian, if you got questions, just jump in. Um, what was your favorite meal you had there? I love New Orleans, so I feel like you probably had quality from the rooter to the tutor.
Mm-hmm. Can I? Is this a safe space?
Oh, I like to think so.
Because I'm about to share some realness, and do not judge me because I am well. So, going, I said, because I told you I'm doing the 75 hard. So I'm like, I'm just about to get it all out in New Orleans, was what I told myself. And baby, I got it out. I got it out.
Mm.
Like I remember a hot smoked salmon omelet with like
Oh,
goat
that sounds
cheese and
good.
capers and like a homemade
Mm.
biscuit with a homemade cinnamon butter kind of thing.
Oh.
Remind you, I have a flight with 4 different flavors of mimosas, and there's like a shrimp and grits right here. And then Megan got this French toast chicken combination kind of thing, a tower.
Mm.
I mean, eight,
Oh.
eight. Adrian, I was like, this okay, your ass, you are not gonna eat for 3 months. You are
Yeah.
getting out of control. But I was doing it,
Yeah.
and so we did that. But like one thing I want to tell you too, just this is just a safe space. Y'all said so. We went to this place in the what I think was in the hood. It was given like Stony, like over there by Maxwell's and shit. And so we go to this seafood place. So it's like you could build your seafood bag right here, and then there's the boudins and meat pies and turkey wings and stuff right here. So again,
Mm.
Adrian was eating. So I had a gumbo. I had a boudin. Boudin is kind of like a sausage rice kind of thing. And then I had a
Yeah.
fried turkey wing with a shrimp and fish. Like we spent so much money in that place. It was ridiculous. Like I looked at my
Oh.
transaction. I was like, this is absolutely ridiculous.
Nah,
Ah.
it's
It was
great.
great. So y'all, I just want to tell this part. I had a fried turkey wing. So I'm picking at it, and I'm like, "Oh, this is so good! It's so good." Safe space, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So I pick up the turkey wing. I'm like, "Oh, I'm about to." That was a hair.
Uh-oh.
That was
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Yep.
Oh no.
I was like,
Ew.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was like this. And to the point when I went back to the register, I was able to like,
Oh.
how you can like loop it, and that's so disgusting, but that's just what it was. You
Ah.
can loop it, and so so I go to the register, and the girl, she's so sweet, cute girl, and I'm just like, I ordered the turkey wing. She's like, yeah. I was like, this was. She was like, oh my god, like, ain't it? So I was like, yes. And then she started talking to her home girl or
Mm.
whatever. Me and my home girl, and so she was like, you want us to make you a fresh one? I was like, no, I'll just get, a meat pie. Cause I'm like, you already gave me my juice for
A
free.
meat pie.
I'm probably on like 60-30, no shade, but like,
yeah.
I'm so comfortable. And
The 63rd of New Orleans.
but you felt safe. Like even when the guy was cleaning up, they had a little attitude. He was still telling you what you needed to know. He told you when to get an Uber and you
Yeah.
should call him because by this time this lady gonna follow you because she begging for money. Cause sis was begging. I'm like, girl, I don't have it. I don't have it, sis. And so that was the thing with the food. So just like a bunch of different, a lot of shrimp, a lot of seafood. We had some omelets, a lot of liquor, but like I can't think of any place where I was like, this is nasty. I was just like, a omelet with lobster is insane, but I have
Yeah.
that. Like it was so good. So
No, that
Nice,
sounds
nice.
good.
this brother ate. You hear me? I was like,
I
oh.
I've never been to New Orleans. So, what is the atmosphere like once you touch down? Like, how does it? How could you describe it?
I love it so much. I'm like, I want to be from New Orleans so bad. I love it so much because, and I told myself this because like I've been doing, like I told you on the last episode, I was listening to this new book, and so I've been like on some real like journaling and getting it out and seeing what it means and all that shit. And so on the flight there, I journaled like 75% of the flight.
Mm,
Like it was a long thing just
that's
about
some real journaling right
some bunch
there.
of a bunch of shit. But I felt like
True.
I like left that on the plane. Like I wasn't taking the energy with me into the weekend, and I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, damn. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
that. So then I'm in New Orleans, and it's like you walk to the airport, and although it was late, but during the day, and then Danae, it's a new. I don't know. Well, yeah, you just came from there, but so you realize it's a new airport from the one with me and
Mm-hmm.
Ashley went. Remember, like when we was going the
Yeah.
absolute wrong way. Um, but it's a new
Yeah.
airport, so that was like a field. And you see, like it was a Charles Page display, and he was like one of the first, like he created the first aircraft in like 1904 or something, like in New Orleans. So they had a whole thing about that. I was like taking pictures because it was interesting, and it's just a warm feeling. Like it was like 85, and I got there at like 11 o'clock at night. It was like 85 degrees still.
Oh wow.
So it's very hot that this weekend, like super hot, and but then you just then it becomes like this. It's this kind of energy that kind of like wraps its arm around you, like a very like chilled, like you don't have to try too hard.
Very
You can go in
homey.
here, yeah, very home. You can get like a good drink, a good meal. And I paid like $20. I got a salad and a gin and tonic, and I paid like $20, kind of thing. And so
Yeah.
they brought your food to you. My friend wanted to go outside and smoke a clove or whatever those things that she smoked. So we standing outside with our drink, like very chill kind of thing. And so it's just you just feel like at home. I feel like even though you like for when you have your first experience, you won't feel like, oh, I don't know if I could, like it'll just be a flow. Like everybody doing what they
Yeah,
gotta do.
I would add too that there's no place you can go in New Orleans where there's not music. Like even in
Listen,
the airport,
Mm.
like I feel like when you get off the plane, you start hearing
oh, it just feels so good.
like brass band
Uh,
music.
Wow.
Like,
like,
and I
and we
don't
mean
really,
live
I
music.
try to think about, right. I try to think about other cities, airports, and I don't know that you really hear, like, you just start kind of doing a little
Nah.
something
Mhm,
as you
mhm,
walking
He said, I'm
because
not even
it's
trying to do this.
music everywhere.
Hmm.
oh, it
Right,
just
right.
it's so good.
And like what I like about it is that I don't feel it's kind of like what Adrian was saying. Like I don't feel like I have to get dressed up or like
Mhm,
put on makeup or
Hmm.
try to step out. You just are. I'm comfortable in a t-shirt and some shorts and some gym shoes that I don't mind maybe stepping over somebody's throw up or
mhm.
pee or a
Maybe
homeless
maybe a little
person.
horse shit,
Uh,
possibly.
right, right,
Yeah,
right.
there's a good chance
But
of that.
it's very comfortable. But I
Mhm.
feel like so that's what I was gonna ask Adrian too. Like, did you all stay in the French Quarter mostly, or did you go to Frenchman Street?
So that's something we didn't get to do. So we first we went to, of course we went to Bourbon, but like the first night only half of us made it because the other ones were, they went off to eat and then like they went about another way. And so
Mm.
we didn't get to like complete Bourbon in one night, didn't do Frenchman Street. Like so then the second night we all did Bourbon because I feel like that would have been fun. So we didn't get to do Frenchman Street. We did go to Cafe Du Monde on Decatur. And it was like
Yeah.
we went, it was like a 2 minute wait. We sat down. By the time they cleaned the table off and we sat down, the line was like down the block, like crazy. Because
I feel like
like,
it goes through like flows like that. Like
mhm,
sometimes
mhm,
it's you could just walk straight up, and other
mhm.
times you're gonna be standing out there with that man that be frozen and all silver.
The
You know what I'm
Silver
talking
Man,
about?
yep, or the
Uh,
director of the band. He might play the what's that big thing called, the trombone or some shit, and he gonna like
Tuba.
let you know like, yeah, y'all should tip the band. While you sitting here, we giving y'all the free sound, so don't tip us. Like, so you gotta do it, kind of thing. But like
Yeah.
we didn't get to do Frenchman Street. That was like as close as we got. So that one, so we were more like in the bourbon space, and then we stayed at
Yeah.
me and the sisters stayed at the AC where we stayed,
Mm.
and
Mhm.
my cousin stayed at the Wyndham around the corner, and my other cousins and my other little sister, they stayed at the Sheridan. So we were all like pretty close, um, bless
God
you, with
bless you.
each other, and so
Whew.
it worked out. It worked
Thank you.
out. Worked out. So it was
So,
cool.
So and then Brian too, like because you love music, I feel like like Adrian said, you can tell that these people that are in these bands have day jobs and they just
Mhm.
truly enjoy just going and like you could start if you're on Bourbon, you could be at one bar and it could be a band in there, and then they do their hour and a half. They get up, they go across the street, they do an hour and a half there, and they just
Oh
kind of
wow.
work their way. So you can
Mhm.
like follow a band,
Yes.
Oh wow.
like if they live like that. Yeah,
And then the
it's
vibe be like
I don't
it's stay consistent. Like they're not gonna be better at one than the other. Like they hit every time
right.
on every one. Like it's a good
They
feeling.
do a lot of covers.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I don't know, Adrian. What would you say about the demographic of the bands? Do you feel like they cater to certain styles of music, or
I do. I feel
they
like,
just
of course,
kind
you're
of
gonna
be?
get a lot of jazz. Like that's obviously gonna be like the foundation. I got
Mhm.
a pen that said all that jazz with like a brother playing like saxophone or something. But you're gonna get a lot of jazz. But then depending on what you're gonna get some bounce. You gonna get bounce music. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah.
But you'll get the ones that's gonna be like all provocative. Then you'll get the ones that be like you might even get a gospel bounce song or whatever. Like,
Wow.
so that's the thing. And
Hmm.
then you get like the which y'all consider like jazz and blues like the same kind of vibe, because I feel like you get that too depending on where you go eat, like a
I don't think it's the
That's a
slower.
Brian
same.
question.
Yeah, no, it's not the same. Blues could be like real sad.
Yeah, you might get that at a restaurant. You might
Right.
you might get that at like
Last
at a
$2.
decent
Yeah.
restaurant, maybe.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they kind of like cousins a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Blues is
Yeah.
like the depressed cousin of jazz. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That
Mm-hmm.
well.
Did you have a hand grenade?
I did. We
You said how
we
many
got
did I
them the
have?
first night,
Right.
and then me and my what did you
How many? Not did I have one? How
say?
many?
Actually, and that's the thing we did because if they bring your cup back, the refill is like $10 opposed to 12, and I forgot the cup, and we were like getting
Yeah.
bottles because we got like a deal on like Terramana or something or Casamigos, and so we was drinking that, and then there was a bunch of Don Julio going, so it wasn't a lot for the mixed drinks for me anyway, because I was drinking with the purpose. I didn't have time
Mhm.
for too many of the sweet shits. I had one though. I did have one,
Mhm.
and it was
Yeah.
great. They're
What
so
about
good.
a hurricane? Them don't ever do me right.
But yeah, you for sure. But I don't think I had a hurricane. Yeah, I didn't.
Mm.
I had a when we were on our way to the airport going home, we stopped at a daiquiri shop, and I had a daiquiri with Hennessy and Hypnotic in it.
Oh, an
And when I tell you I
incredible.
was drunk as a
Incredible
skunk
Hulk,
on
right?
that plane, I was drunk as a skunk on that plane.
I just, I've never had hypnotic. I
Excuse
ain't
me.
gonna put his business out here, but my partner will every now and again.
Hey, look, ain't an Incredible Hulk ain't hurt nobody ever. It's
When he
only been
when
good.
he
Right,
want to
hold on,
feel
Only
hold on.
been good.
young,
Yeah.
when he want to feel young, he goes for the Incredible
Leave
Hulk.
him alone. I don't blame.
And
And I thought about him because we did a distillery tour, and they were
oh yeah,
doing
he was
bourbons, and I was like, oh, I'm like, he
hmm
love this, but yeah,
and
but
he
but
forgot
that
where he came from because it used to be
uh,
that hypnotic. What is hypnotic? It's I know it's a liqueur, but like what is the flavor
Hypnotic
of it? Blue.
blue, just like you want Kool-Aid,
So
grape or red, red. You don't know if red is cherry, strawberry, watermelon, or fruit punch. You know that it's red, and you're gonna drink it.
Yeah, made from fruit
is it
juices,
sugary?
vodka, and cognac. Cognaccy.
Um, sort of, because it's not as
Vodka
strong
and
as like
cognac
having a shot.
together?
Yeah, not, but also fruit
Oh,
juices. Mm-hmm.
And then if you
that's
couple that
not
with a
fruit.
little Hennessy and a splash of lemonade, you might be cooking with
Mm.
grease. You're gonna get drunk as a skunk for sure. That's gonna be a thing. That is going to be a thing. And I did that for a little
Wow.
daiquiri too, but so yeah, hypnotic was a thing
Okay.
in that daiquiri.
That's dope. I'm glad you had a
What
great
is
time.
a lasting memory that you will have from this?
Something that always happened. Like one of my cousins, he like I called him the president in the group chat, but he like he's not the oldest because Sean's on him, so he's the second oldest of all of us, and he was like really into it. Like he a chill like rapper dude, like he a dad, he a husband, like he be chilling. But like when he loosened up, he like funny as hell. And so he was like being silly when we was on the boat. And then we were singing like Tevin Campbell and in the middle of Bourbon, all of us with our shoulders all linked and all that stuff. So stuff
blocking
like that.
The whole street.
Blocking the whole street because them niggas did the electric slide at 3:00 in the afternoon. I mean, so loud because they play a hole in the wall. And they had other people running to the middle of the street doing it, and it was so good. I was sitting there like, look at this, and I was like, oh, well, I guess that do look kind of cool. So I got out there and did it, but it was super cool. It was super cool. Just a lot of
that sounds so fun.
Just good times. And we something else. We met a couple that did the distillery tour with us, and like we were standing next to each other. We had like 7 samples or whatever. We had one bourbon bourbon that was 115 proof.
Oof.
And you get them all in shots. So of course after like the 3rd shot, we all close. They all back there talking. I'm like, well, y'all shut up, because the lady, she was so good. She was like, and they like talking and laughing and not paying attention. Then they started teasing me because they're like, Adrian, this is not school. I'm like, but she's telling us so much interesting stuff. But it was a couple that was there. So then that night we went to Bourbon Street and I saw her. She was like, oh my God, my cousin. And there was a lady, 2 ladies that was on the boat with us. And they posted our pictures and said, like, sometimes your family is blood related, but this is our family on the boat. And like they shared our pictures and put us on it was really cool. So like, look at us. It was fun. It was fun. Oh, I love them.
I feel like y'all have so many different personalities that like people will not forget y'all. Like people, like
I tell people,
are probably
if someone new come around, like one of my cousin's friends is new, and this person came around, I'm like, this is too much to take. Like being a newcomer, like Danae, you've been around for forever, and you still only take the niggas because it's so many of them. It's so many of them, but they all like, we kicking it. Like we gonna be together this weekend, like kicking it, just having a good time. So it's a lot. I say
I love that.
I got a question.
I love that.
Was it also like cousins of cousins on the trip? I would imagine it would be, or was it all like immediate like cousins? Does that make sense?
So basically, like, you're saying like if it was all like my first cousins opposed to,
like if I got a cousin but they brought their cousin that's not really my cousin, but like
no, all of our cousins was,
but we kind of like cousins.
No, right. it was all like your grandma and my grandma's sisters, or your daddy and your mama. We brought like brothers, like we were that close.
Wow.
And
yeah.
I laugh, but I don't want your mama to kick me in my behind next time I see her.
Because you know she is. You know she's gonna call you pie face. You know she's gonna call you pie face.
Good job, pie face.
I remember I called Adrian's house one time, and I was like, I said something. I said, what's up, neck bone or something? She was like, what's up, chicken wing? And I thought it was you, but it was her. And I was like, what's going on? She was like, nothing. I just fixed some. I said, where's Adrian at? Hold on. Why are we talking?
Let me tell you, because she will be on the phone. She will be on the phone.
What y'all having for dinner tonight?
I seen that on Danae page. Like, Ma, that is not your friend.
But all our mamas do that.
Text y'all mama. I definitely will text y'all mama and have text them recently. Like, so I get it.
Oh,
yeah. So.
Were the mamas, the parents upset or like jealous?
Like our parents and stuff. No, I feel like that. My mama she had Aaron and Zoe. and she had to like take them to school. You know, they go to two
She had the
different schools.
grandbabies.
She had to
Oh
pick them
yeah.
up, and she worked from home, so she was like, we had a system going, and we went to Chick-fil-A, and then we went to the park, and then I was looking at the group chat like they ain't been having. You ain't never took us to all these places. She was like,
But she probably enjoyed that.
oh, you know she did. You know, Larry,
Yeah.
well, y'all, these kids, the bag is at the door. We was sitting down. He was like, y'all ain't gotta say, Larry. First of all, you cannot throw us
Larry,
out. What are you
like,
talking about?
get y'all kids. It's nice seeing
Get
y'all. I'm
shit
glad
and
y'all
go.
made
Y'all
it
take the
back.
plate. Y'all got to
get
wrap
on
it
out.
up. You ain't got time to eat. Gone. You got. We about to go to sleep. Larry, it's 7:00, and this is my house.
Grandparents and parents are not the same people.
Yeah.
It could be the same person. It's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Mom, you ain't never do this. He's like, yeah,
I ain't never had no
Exactly.
Chick-fil-A.
Uh-huh.
Still to this day.
To this day, like,
Oh.
but they were all supportive and like they, you know, mom them and they Terry, he was talking about, so y'all just down there twerking. So of course all the videos made it to me say, and what was you doing? I'm like, listen, I don't have nothing to do with that, sir. These are your
Getting
kids.
twerked on. Okay. Getting
Taking
twerked
shots and
on.
girls stuck in the other end, and it was
Yeah.
just so much happening.
Yeah, Brian, that is the thing down there. They are very creative with the shots.
Mm-hmm. So they put it in a
Oh yeah, I
test
saw
tube.
that. I saw that before. I saw
Yeah.
that on the TikToks. I was like, I seen a black girl do it to a white dude, and he was like, "What is going on?"
I walk
What
away
just
like,
happened?
you know, maybe, but then that
Yeah.
goes away. But it's just
Yeah.
like, wow, this place. And it's normal. No one is looking like, oh my god. It's like, oh, okay, cool.
Your first one,
Like,
huh?
yeah, like for sure.
I feel like it is a place though where big groups go. So
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, like, was it hard to find accommodations for a group so large? But I think a lot of people do like bachelorette and bachelor weekend. So
Yeah.
like maybe it's not as hard
It
as
was
I would
so funny
think.
because like when we all got together on the first night, so we had some of us had the ones that listened had cousins shirts. So it said One and Cousins Trip 2024. So when we were yes.
I was wondering why was yours orange and everybody else was a different color. Can you
And
tell
what
the
were you
people?
wondering about? Like what
Why you gotta be different? Why you gotta be different?
are you for real right now? Wow,
Oh
you
my
think you know a
God.
person.
Too much.
You think you know a person.
Too much.
I mean, it was no set color. Everybody was like, "Oh, I'm getting white. I'm getting white." I was like, I wasn't the only one. My other cousins got blue,
Oh,
so
okay.
it wasn't just me. And I
I
like
just saw
I like
you.
orange, but when we were walking down the street, people was like when you talk about groups going there, people was like clapping for us. I was like, "Are we in a bunch of like a lot of the
Not
older,
clapping.
early in the day, it's typically an older crowd, and they were like taking
Mhm.
our pictures and like, can I put you on my Facebook? And I was just like, look at y'all people being all nice,
Celebrities.
basically, but them
Wow.
basic, but it was a.
So when's the next one?
That's so funny because I was like, we we was all checking in on Sunday, and mind you, when we left the airport Saturday, my cousin and my sister, they came over and we got together that night and was still talking and drinking like we hadn't been hanging with each other since Thursday. And like the next day, I went
a
to
hotel.
another.
Hate to see y'all
Hate
coming.
to see you coming.
Oh, speaking of the hotel, let me tell y'all this story. So my sister had a room. She was in a room by herself. So hers was like on like a wing type thing. So we didn't realize it, but there was like a door that like if you shut that door, the 3 rooms that were in the back will be shut off. You get the picture, like kind of what I'm saying?
Maybe.
So like it's 3 rooms, but it's a
Mhm.
door right here. These are the rooms, but it's a door. If this door get locked, they can get back there, kind of thing. So my sister, we come from somewhere, and she says she going to her room, and she gone for a minute. So we thinking, everybody cool, everybody location is where it's supposed to be. She knock on the door. She like, my room is gone. Like,
excuse me.
I know we've been drinking. We've been drinking all day.
Whoa.
Like, and I know that. I was like, your room is gone. So she like, yes. And so then I see her face and I'm like with them, that's the thing. I can tell how serious something is by their face. And like it's certain faces Nicole making. I'm like, okay. Who do we have to kill? What do we do?
Oh
So we going down the
no.
hallway because we all were on the 7th floor. So we were like 21, 19, 18, and then Nicole was 5. So we all like in the L shape. Like Megan can see Nicole room from their room. So we all like boom, boom, boom. We go down to where Nicole room was. We like, wait a minute. How about the battery?
It is gone.
It is gone. The battery was dead in the on the door. Somebody shut that door by mistake, so they couldn't get the door. The man came up there first. The security guard came up there like she just had a card. And my sister and them, I am working on my emotional intelligence, and I am sitting with stuff. But I am related to some women that's going to tell you. I don't know who the hell you or we were. I was just sitting there. I was like, okay, Ashley, do not say this. Okay, like I was having this thoughts because I'm like, I know how this.
Don't do it.
And so she came with her thing. She like with her card, and her energy was all off. She was mean. She come with her card, so it don't work. So then the maintenance guy come up there. He got a machine. It don't work. Mine just like 5 and 10 minutes before they return from what they was going to get. How about they had to like get a drill and a crowbar and like bang the door down essentially,
and
or break
the door off.
Kind of thing. And so that was the thing.
Right.
So Nicole, of course, was pissed because she wanted to change clothes because that was when we did the distillery, and she wanted to just throw on something else or whatever. But she go to her room and she like, I'm sorry, I know that I had this room. So that was like a big thing. But outside of that, the hotels were very accommodating. They were not. Wow. We did a late checkout. They was giving the information about the shuttle bus, and they was like, "Oh, y'all, we love y'all shirts." Because again, we're famous. We're very, very famous. Very famous. Yes, but it was a good time.
Wow,
a good time. Thank you. Even talking about it makes me happy. Thank you. But I was like, okay, cool. So the next trip we can go skiing. The crowd wasn't really feeling that, so we'll see. We're gonna revisit it. I'm thinking of maybe something else because we got to include the kids because I don't know how many times we're going to get the babysitter. So,
right.
When you think about adding kids,
boom, you just got to rotate the babysitters.
There you go.
Oh, Cherie's not watching nobody's grandkids, but Cherie's not watching anyone's grandkids, but the 3 babies because Ron grown, those kids grown, everybody grown. Oh. It's just the 3 little ones. Cherie ain't watching nobody else at all. Promise you that. She'll love them so much. They come over for a little bit. They ain't spending the night.
But they not spending the night.
Because Aaron got a bed and Zoe got a bed.
Oh. That's when you just got to take a whole bunch of comforters, shake them out, stack them.
They get their own charge.
Oh, they fancy. Them kids like crab legs.
They get connected to the Wi-Fi as soon as they walk in the house.
Yeah. New generation, man.
Yeah. So they don't make
different.
They have a room.
They not pizza kid.
Oh God, no.
Pizza kid.
Zoe don't even eat pizza. How about that? Zoe don't eat pizza. Wow. She don't eat pizza. So, because Wan's gonna go get them Chick-fil-A, or Wan's gonna make them whatever it is they want. We ate tuna.
It would be
and pork and beans.
Right. It would be
and hot dog.
Pizza night. I would be like, yes, pizza. You think I'm yelling at something? Excuse me, Dolce.
This is so random, and I know we close to closing. But what was the key pizza in your house when y'all was kids? Because I thought everybody had a pizza place. What was like y'all go to pizza place? Okay.
Probably like Beggars.
Fancy. Okay. Very fancy.
Beggars or Aurelio's.
Y'all definitely was Aurelio's. Yeah. Fancy. So we were a very do y'all know who Papa T's is?
I'm not familiar with T's.
So Papa T's is a pizza connoisseur establishment where they create this greasy, cheesy, thin crust with the paper covering that's going to be greasy when you get it. With that little white table. I don't know what the thing is for, but it's in there.
I found out what that's for.
I
That's
never knew.
so the paper doesn't touch the cheese and be sticking to the cheese.
Yeah, it definitely happens with that pizza.
Is a roundabout on 63rd Street?
I really don't know where
It's
it is.
still open. If
Oh,
Yeah,
I
if it's
seen
the
I
same
seen a
one.
truck like
Papa
a
T.
year or so ago, and I saw a truck and I like took a picture. I have it in my phone. I was like, "Oh, Papa T's, we kept
There's
them
one
in
on
business."
79th too in
Yeah,
Burbank.
Papa T's was
Mm,
that was our pizza. That was our pizza. Beggars didn't come till
wow.
later. Yeah, Beggars wasn't until like high school or something.
They lay it
I
on thick.
even though Italians don't have fiestas, I did used to like Italian fiesta.
Yeah, my family is still getting on with some Italian fiesta. Another grease ball, very
We
greasy.
okay. That's our
Very
pizza.
greasy.
We do Italian Fiesta now, or we do pizza Capri.
Pizza
Yeah,
Capri is so good. I love pizza Capri.
Yeah.
yeah, very
We used
fancy.
to we was going to this place in Homer Glen called I called it Ches Dance, but my white coworker who grew up out here, he said, "Oh yeah, we love Chesdens." I was like, "Is that what it sounds? Is
Chesdon.
I
Chesdens?"
like your way
I'm
better.
like, he said it
Right.
so
Cheers
quickly. I'm
then.
just
Cheers, Dan. Because you got to be like, cheers, Dan. Like, do your dance.
right, but they got a
Right.
shrimp and sausage pizza that's fire though.
Mm.
Yeah, fire. At
You know what? I
Ches
like a
Dance,
taco
not
pizza.
Chesdens.
A good taco pizza. Becca's got a good taco pizza.
I
Mm-hmm.
never had
Mm-hmm.
a taco pizza
Mm-hmm.
before.
Yeah, that's a good one. I feel like a good barbecue chicken pizza, good
No
chicken
onion.
pineapple
Hold the
pizza.
onion.
No, heavy on
I
onion.
like the
Love
Hold
onion.
onion
it.
so bad. Love them so much.
No.
And
And
I'm
then
gonna because I'm gonna
do
be
like
eating
this.
this pretty soon because I'm gonna do better because a diet pizza is also good. And it's another vegan pizza place. I
What
can't
is
think of the
that?
name of it.
A
Dia,
diet pizza.
the plant-based pizza. I'm gonna be.
Oh,
That's the cheese that don't melt, right?
all
Watch
right.
it. That's
Yeah,
now. That's now.
exactly.
That's now. Now we talking about food.
Exactly.
We are so greedy. We are so greedy.
All right, y'all.
Take
We've
us up
come
out
to
of
the
here,
end.
Nene.
Do you have some mindfulness for us? Or we gone? All right, we out.
I feel like we just discussed
Life is
content.
hard.
Uh,
We did. Life is hard. Go on some trips with your cousins because it's gonna be fun.
Facto.
But
at
if you
least
can't, just try to be decent and come on back and listen to us next time.
yes, and follow us
Bye.
on Facebook and YouTube and all that good stuff.
Yeah, do all that. Do
Bye,
that.
y'all.
So, see y'all in the
Peace
next one.
out.